All right, y'all, we are about to wrap up the last few episodes of Hayes TV Cribs Season 1. I want to say thank you to you guys for subscribing, liking, and watching the evolution of this whole series. I want you guys to stay connected because we got tons of more content coming, and we also got Season 2 right around the corner. Now, let me back up real quick because I can't multitask that much, but give me a second. What it do, y'all? Hayes Real Estate back with another Hayes TV Cribs. And y'all know what I got for y'all today. Another beauty on the list. Come on in. Before we go any further, you know we got to give you the stats. This home includes 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, 4850 on the square footage, sits on 0.33 of an acre, brand new construction, just built in 2024, and it's listed just under $3 million. This home boasts elegance, craftsmanship, and I can't wait to show y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the tour. So right off the bat, as you guys see, I walked in the entryway here. I'm in this formal dining room, and you guys know I love a nice chandelier. This chandelier obviously is a showstopper. Right away, I noticed it as I walked in. You have a formal dining room here, which, you know, obviously boasts family, and I'm really appreciative. I got the windows with the front-facing windows coming in, and a few different hits that I like about this family room, and we won't get stuck here. But if you look up, I just love the different craftsmanship of how they brought down the ceiling, but also it gave it just a nice little different hint than your just standard slab right across the top. Over here, you got your wet bar with beautiful cabinet space with your LED lighting. I love the backsplash they use with the quartz countertops. Definitely enough space for storage. I mean, this dining room alone has already got me jumping out of my socks, but don't leave now. We got way more to show y'all. So as we get into the formal living commons right out of the dining room, you have your living room here. And the first thing I really noticed as I came in here is it's not the biggest living room or main common area, but it's definitely cozy. It's definitely enough space. As you see behind me, it has your gas fireplace, which is definitely a nice hit. And this was one of the questions I had for myself. Did I like how this came out like this? Normally you see, you know, the flat wall. This sticks out. Obviously you can insert, you know, your TV here. It's a great placement. But do you guys like that, how it indents like that? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I love the extra cabinet space, the shelves. It definitely made it really cozy and very functional of a living room. Over here you have beautiful sliding doors that if you guys can actually see behind me, we'll get out there. But that is the Lake Oswego Country Club. The 13th hole is actually right in the backyard. So that is definitely a nice hit for this home. You guys can open up these sliding doors and go out on your walkout balcony and look out there. Quick little interruption to our tour and we're gonna get right back to it. Did you know I was a realtor? I'm licensed in Oregon, Southwest Washington, and I actually have connections all over the country. So if you're looking to buy, sell, invest, or you even wanna sell your house for cash, drop a comment below and I'll get in touch with you right after you finish watching the video. As we step over into our kitchen here, as you see, it seamlessly flows from your living room to the kitchen. I'm loving this huge island. I love the waterfall look. I love this overhang. It keeps it very sleek. It keeps it light, but also brings in that light. There's 2 sinks, and that's another question I want to bring up. How do you guys feel about sinks in the island? Do you guys like that? Do you guys think it's a good function? Or do you guys just like, you know, your traditional one sink over here? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I love the strips of LED that they put under all the cabinets here. I like the tones they use with the cabinets, with the wood look. I love the slated paneling. I really like this overhang actually that covers your gas stove top, because normally we see it right, it comes out, it's kind of in the way. This is really flat and it just gives it a really sleek and seamless look. I love that they carried the slab up behind for the backsplash. It kept it really cohesive. So I'm really liking the design they have going here. And if you weren't on the tour with me, you probably wouldn't know what's over here, but this is our fridge. Let's go ahead and take a peek. If they got a Polar in here, it's getting a 10. If it don't got a Polar, it automatically gets a 9. Let's see what they got. Is that White Claws? Oh, no, they got a Polar. Okay, bang, they got a Polar, we good. But no, I really do like this fridge because of the wood, and it's very just tucked away. I love the spacing it has in here. Very top of the line. I'm gonna give this one a 10, and we'll leave it at that. We'll go ahead and slide into our butler's pantry, which is kind of tight. It's kind of a slim strip here, but it definitely has enough cabinet space up top. Below, you have enough room with your shelving, and you actually have another wine cooler in here, which I think is definitely an added hit, with an ice maker and another freezer right there for extra storage. So this is definitely a nice hit. I don't like that it's very thin like this, especially with these wide shoulders, you know what I mean? I need some space. You got your double oven here, which is definitely a nice hit. We see that's fairly common in these type of homes. But all in all, what do you guys think about this main living quarters? You think it's too tight? Do you think it's perfect? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. All right, where should we go from here? We probably want to stay on the main level. So let's go ahead and, we go right. So let's go ahead. And before we go any further, I want to highlight that oak door. I really like this. I'm a fan of big doors, and this is probably one of the nicer ones that I've seen. So kudos to them for that input there. To the right of me here, we just have a half bath to my left. What I like about this bathroom is just the tiling they use. You got your touch LED mirror, which is nice. I love this vanity. It just has a good flow of materials. I love the hardwood floors they put in, those engineered hardwood. I think they're Laguna. So I really like the light. I like the light hit of those hardwood floors. It definitely makes everything else pop. All right, as I'm backing up, we are in one of the bedrooms on the main level. A standard sized bedroom, not that crazy big, but you do have that luxury view, like I said, out to your golf course. I like the back side of this home more than I like the front side. Walk-in bathroom. And like I said, I just love the different tones they use from the flooring. They got a little bit of light gray in the shower. I love the glass. So far, so good. You have your walk-in closet here. And I definitely like the structure they put in here with the shelving. They left some room to hang. It's a fairly nice closet. You do have some windows in here. Something nice about having windows in the closet. Y'all wanna go up, down? Okay, I walked the house before. We're gonna go down because it's not the best part. So we're gonna save the best part for last. All right, we head downstairs. If you see here, I just really like the little different tones, right? The different, like a darker wood here compared to the flooring. It just makes everything pop in its own way. We have a bedroom down here. Now this bedroom is bigger than the one that was on the main level, so I do like that. As you see here, we have our 3 windows that lead out to the backyard. You have your own little pad back there, which is nice. And so this is probably more like an in-law room or a guest room, something of that nature. And then you have your own bathroom here, which I like how they switched up the tiling. We'll see that in the showers. We'll see that throughout the house, but definitely gave each room its own look, right? It doesn't feel cookie cutterish at all. Let's go ahead and head into this closet here. This is actually a pretty big closet. I love the shelving. What do we got here? Oh, dang. All right, we're gonna leave that alone. Fairly big closet. Let's go ahead and check out what else is down here. As you step out of this room to the right of the stairwell, you get your entertainment room. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this space. I don't think it was well used, in my opinion. It's definitely a nice space, right? You have a kid's room down here, but I don't think it's that big. I think they could have structured it better where they gave you a bigger space to be used. I would even probably had recommended that this could be a, in-law quarter, right? Maybe insert another kitchenette down here so you have a whole different separate living. But I guess that's all up to the builder or the future buyer. I do like how you can just step out here and you have your own little deck area with the covered patio. We'll get to all that. Enough of the Debbie Downer. Let's go upstairs. So as I'm heading upstairs, this is a good place to remind you guys to subscribe, hit the like button, leave some comments for your boy. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. All right, let's get back into the tour. So as you see, this is actually a 3-level home, and I'm really liking this full landing strip. It's different than the ones we've come across, right? A lot of times you see the banister look, and we do have a slight banister look, which I love that we have access to this beautiful chandelier. But I also like, if you look out of that window there, you get another gorgeous view of the golf course. I do like golf, so that's definitely appealing to me. We'll go ahead and step into our laundry room here. And this is actually a nice sized laundry room, right? You got your sink. It's just very aesthetically pleasing, nothing too crazy. You obviously your washer dryer go under there. Like I said, this one is a little different than the other homes we've been in where this banister kind of carries throughout the strip. They actually put a wall up, which is not bad. You see it's a very long hallway, which I do like. Here to my right, through the double doors, you have the primary bedroom, which honestly is slightly underwhelming just because of the spacing, but it definitely has enough space to get the job done. You have the 3 windows behind me offering that same beautiful view when you wake up. And in terms of safety, it's the first bedroom as you get upstairs. So we know how that is when you have a family. So I think that's a very important thing to notice. You have your barn style door, which I actually really like. Now you see me, now you don't. All right, I'm over here just trying stuff. All right, go ahead and step into the primary bathroom. And right away, I actually really love the spacing in here. If you see, I'm gonna go ahead and step in here to give you guys a perspective. This shower is actually really big. You have your rainfall shower head with a few different shower heads coming from all angles, and you have a seating area, which I think is a really nice hit. So I do like that. I also like this tile backsplash they use. It just gives it that elegant hit. I really do like that look. I also like the under lights that they have going, the tile floors, and then over here you have your free range tub. And what I like about this area, as we've seen in other homes, they put the window really low, which lacks privacy. This one is actually up a little more, so I do like how they structured that with the tub right there. As we step a little further, you have your walk-in closet, which is, I'll say, a mid-sized walk-in closet. Not the smallest, not the biggest. I do like it. Let me know what y'all think of this. And we are off to see the other parts of the house. All right, so come with me down the hallway into one of the other off bedrooms. So these bedrooms are actually fairly decent size. I thought the primary was a little small, but this room is actually decent. And then as you step in here, we have a Jack and Jill setup where you have your dual vanity and the bath over here that actually leads us into your office. So you have a nice little tucked away office, which in my opinion, I think it's a kind of odd space to have an office, but I don't dislike it. But I just, normally you walk in the house and the offices are on the main level. So this is kind of a tucked away feel. I do like this wood panel that they have going here. It gives it a nice aesthetic feel and look, and I like this chandelier. It just makes it very low maintenance, but still gives it a high-end look. All right, let's go ahead and head into the last bedroom of the upstairs, and just another standard size bedroom. The difference is this faces, once again, that beautiful golf course. So if I was a kid, I would definitely be choosing this room just because of that. And it also offers a third window, but just a different angle out to a different scenic view. This one has also another walk-in bathroom. And what I like about this one, like I said, they changed it up. You see this, push, they should have a sign, push, not pull. The tile they use, it has like a shiny look, but a dull look. I really love that dark hit. So like I said, they switched it up. Nothing too crazy on the flooring or the vanities. They were really cohesive with their design, but they were really, they did a good job of switching it up. So kudos to them. All right, we are done with this part of the house. Let's go ahead and finish up the rest. All right, right off the kitchen, we actually have an extra prep space, which we can all enjoy and love. And then right off this area, we step into our mudroom, which is more of a formal mudroom with your hooks, your storage, your bench area. And then to the left of me, you have a 3-car garage, which you guys saw at the beginning of the episode, me pull in. And like I said, I felt like this was my crib. I can't even lie. I thought I had the keys. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna step out on this back balcony. I'm gonna meet y'all back. So I really enjoyed that it does have a nice deck area, which it has a strip for some seating, but you also have your own outdoor family area with the built-in barbecue. I love the choice of brick, and I love this overhang. It just adds an extra hit to it. You do have the ceiling fans going for the summertime when you want to keep cool. And I mean, just look at this. Birds is chirping, squirrels is eating their walnuts. You cannot beat this. As much as I like this view, I'm gonna come down there with y'all. Hold on. So what's really cool is this backyard does offer natural grass. It does offer a covered area over there. I'm not gonna step out on the grass because I gotta keep the things clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the tour right here. My rating for this home, I'm gonna give this one a solid 8.5. I really do like it. I think it had some high-end finishes. I love the tones they use. I just thought it was really tight. I don't know if I like the tri-level. I really didn't like the downstairs. I thought the primary room was a little small. But with that being said, I do think it's a wonderful home. So I give it a solid 8.5. Let me know down in the comments what you guys give it. And I'm gonna see y'all next week for the finale of Hayes TV Cribs.